Hello everyone, this is Enzo Eigen, the Alliance for Loki, and today we are on war number 7, so halfway through the season is done and we're doing well, and can we keep on doing that? So you can see my team here, Titania, Wiccan, and Sunspot. So off we go, we're on path 1 first, and let me just scroll ahead. So path 1, I don't know if I've done path 1 this year, and so the first fight is against Atuma. And so on this node, it's pretty similar, whereas if he then, I don't know if it's changed, so if I'm close to him, he gets regenerations, and if I go far away, they fall off. Would much rather have taken this fight with not Sunspot, with Negasonic, but she was banned, and so here we go. So just gonna, of course, bait out heavies. There it is. Of course, he gets a regen because I'm too close to him, and I put on a cosmic regen boost just to get some of my thorns damage back that I take from him. Go ahead and throw the SP1. I mean, luckily with all of those, I was hoping Despair would, all my Incinerates Despair would kick in against his regen. Seems like it's doing all right. Still getting pretty good regen, to be fair. Okay, and now almost at SP1. I go ahead and push him to his SP1. Take thorns damage from those hits, which isn't great. I'm trying to bait this out, and there it is. And I go ahead and try to build up to my big SP2, which I figured would finish this fight. As you can see, he's not throwing heavies too much. He's throwing lots of big combos, but anyway, big SP2, done. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. Next fight is, this is sort of a tricky fight against Man-Thing. And so Man-Thing, he goes unblockable. That's that Vigorous Assault when he has a regen up. And of course he has Masochism, and Titanium puts on tons of Masochism because she's just always putting on debuffs. So I'm a little bit worried about this fight, but I figured, just stay calm and just chip him down and don't get hit by his unblockable. So we take a look at this. I'm all set to go in, and wow, spare you the suspense, but okay, here it goes. Going into this fight, and what is that right there? The mark of death, and I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait, and it never goes away. And so finally, after waiting many minutes, I won't subject you to all the minutes I wait, but I finally I felt like, whoa, this fight's not going to happen. And so of course I do what any person would do, and that is I restart the game, hoping that it didn't register it as a fight. I'm like, my fingers are crossed so many times. My thumbs are pushed so hard. Anything I can think of to get me in it. And yeah, I feel like the game has been a little bit slow, but I mean, it loads okay, not amazing. And so I get back to the home screen. I'm like, oh, please, I go back to war, and I discover, no, I have a death. It counted that as quitting out of a fight, and I'm so upset. So that was upsetting. I just cost my alliance a death for no good reason. And so then I go back and to do the fight finally, and so here I am. Here's the fight, and so here we go. So I have my haymaker ready. I'm a little bit unsure how to play this, and so I sort of back off at first and let him get his unstoppable. I do have staggers. I just want to be careful about parrying him because of Masochism, and so there's a lot going on in this fight. So I'm trying to just basically play fairly conservative. I'm not going to worry too much. You see, he has 100% health, which is a little concerning, but I know I'm going to do most of my damage. And there I try to put on the staggers, but again, they didn't work because they get the Masochism. So you would think it'd be easy to put off the staggers, but I don't know. I don't think it's quite as easy as it seems to get them on. But anyway, I go pretty aggressive here. I'm like, okay, time to start doing some damage, and I let him throw a special. And I'm going to go to my SP3, of course. That's where I feel like most of my big damage is going to come in this fight, and that does pretty good, like 20% damage almost. And I can start with heavy spams. Of course, then he absolutely crushes me with his SP2. The AI just really throws his specials a lot now. There I hold block because I didn't want to stun him to get Masochism going, and so that seemed good. Try to get on the what you call it, works this time, the stagger. But now he is back. He's healing a fair bit. I tried to intercept him. Big mistake. And now I'm just trying to push him to an SP2. Just because he's easier to dex. And so go ahead and do that. Get a stagger on him. Figure that can only help. Get another one on. And now I sort of just go for it. I'm always a little bit hesitant to use this tactic because I've had times when they don't throw their SP3. He immediately throws his, so fine. And since I have my haymaker up, it's not going to hurt me at all, which is great. I would say probably a risk not worth taking, and probably should just baited out his SP2 and then gone right to the SP3 after that. But anyway, now I'm all set with this, and so I can go running in. Of course, I totally missed the heavy, and so yeah, what can I say? This fight's going okay. Decided to go ahead and use my relic. I wanted to push him to an SP2. Just at least I can punish the SP2 while he's unblockable. And so we're serving a stalemate now. He's gaining health, but losing health. I probably should have put on some science boosts. I definitely regret not doing that, but it seems like I get my my specials pretty quick. Also should have used my haymaker before I threw my SP3. So right as I saw my SP3, I was like, oh, I had a haymaker ready. But anyway, now we're in pretty good shape. We got 1 million debuffs on him. And so he doesn't heal at all. And we finish the fight, and that's great. But not so great because of the disconnect. So anyway, that was a good fight. I was happy with that. And on to path number 4 we go. So path number 4 has a new node, sort of. So the new node is the steady build-up fury. So if they gain lots of debuffs, then they get a big fury. The other thing is that there's a special burst, and so you get taunt and physical vulnerability, and you get a taunted on it. So I don't know. I guess I'm not too worried about this node. It seems like this is actually pretty easy, even though it's changed some. But Mangog's always a scary defender, so whoops, I hit the play. There it is. So I'm a little bit worried about this fight just because it is Mangog. But anyway, I go ahead in with Titania again. So heal her up, and here we go. And so, again, trying not to do big combos and just trying to do 4-hit combos, keep his whatever those things are, those rage stacks low. Go ahead and decide to bait out the SP1. Again, I'm thinking I want to use staggers as much as possible because especially when he hits his 10 stacks of, I guess they're hatred, not rage, then he gets a bunch of debuffs. And so, but I don't really do a great job of remembering this. I mean, there I throw my heavy, but of course he's like attacking me, and so that actually ended up not really being so good. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw my SP3, go ahead and start this cycle up, throw him against the wall, and in I go for the attack, and now I'm getting bunches of staggers up, which is good. I decided to get his SP2. It actually was losing power, so when I have so much debuffs on, I think all the suppressions cause him not to gain power, but to lose power, so that's pretty cool. He throws this, gets a bunch of those debuffs because I don't have any specials on him, any staggers on him. Again, it's hard to find the staggers. They actually don't last too long, I feel, in the context of a lot of champions, her staggers. I mean, they're pretty cool to have being a skill champion. But as I said, it's just, I'm not really worried about playing to them as much. I mean, if I can get them on and get rid of some of his buffs, great. But if not, I'm not worried about it. So anyway, things are going great. Here I am at 3 bars of power and ready for a big special, and here it comes. And I'm figuring this will end the fight. And so yeah, pretty happy with the way this fight went. Everything seemed very controlled. This is again against Nagas, a famed fellow YouTuber, so always happy to destroy his champions. And there it is, the solo. So nice. Now this last fight is one of these fights where it's like one of these things where you think you know what's going on and you hope you do, but I'm never 100% confident. So of course, this is this one with the steady build-up unblockables. And some power stings. The thing about this fight is that Wiccan, as long as he's in his, I can't remember, his like armor shield mode, he can block unblockable attacks of Cosmic. So I was like, oh, okay, that's good. And so I knew he's going to be unblockable right away. So I prepared for that by running backwards. And then I'm trying to get my casting shield up. There it is. Okay. So now I'm pretty sure I can block his attack, but I'm not 100% sure. It's like one of these things where, yeah, you just never know. I mean, is it only with special attacks? Does it because it's the node? Well, but finally I decided to test it and it works. So well done, Wiccan. And I go right into block, get my casting shield up. Probably a little bit risky because I am immune to reverse controls. But yeah, the SP1 I always try to avoid just in general. Now he's ready for a big SP2. Hopefully he decides to throw it. So he gave me back into the corner, which is a little worrisome. But anyway, I go back, just use the opportunity to block his attack and get my casting shield up. And now I throw a big SP2, which is sort of my goal in this fight. And there it is. Boom, boom, boom. Huge SP2. Now I'm holding block again. I want him to throw his heavy, which he doesn't, but it's all right. Push him to an SP2, which is sort of my goal. A little bit scary being back in the corner. Definitely taking some damage. Got the power sting on, but I'm actually not throwing too many specials in this fight. So I'm sort of just ignoring the power sting because I really don't want to have to pay attention to it and figuring that I can handle whatever damage it does to me. Anyway, good. Lots of damage. He's definitely taking some plasmas from the shocks and incinerates together. Going in, have one last SP2, and there it is. And I don't have any power stings on, more by luck rather than by skill, and there he is. So this fight again really well. Wiccan is such an amazing counter for this fight. He has a lot of really cool abilities, Wiccan, that somewhat niche but also really powerful and actually pretty good general overall against fights, and an okay defender as well. So a pretty cool champion. So those are my 4 fights for this war. The one disconnect I'm really upset about. That if we lose this because of that death, I am going to be very unhappy. Very, very unhappy. I mean, I know there's literally nothing I can do, but it just, yeah, disconnects are really, really like brutal just because obviously, like if a war depends on it, then it's just a silly way to lose the war for everyone else in the alliance. But anyway, I will hope for the best and if not, accept it for what it is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this war fights. I really like these fights. Again, all these nodes are so new to me that, yeah, they definitely are a challenge. And yeah, let me know how your war season is going and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.